these guys, probably one of Apple's, well, let's say less well-received products, sitting somewhere between the studio display and the polishing cloth. But in my opinion, these are actually stinking great. They're really, really good. And well, besides small things like this, but we'll get into that. Don't worry. Anyway, I want to tell you why I actually really like these. And spoiler alert, you probably shouldn't buy them right now, but maybe you should buy them again. Let's see. Okay, mate. So this thing, we have to get it out of the room. Everyone hates this. Everyone. Now I gotta be honest, it's not actually that bad. Like, it works. It's super quick and easy to just use these, pop them on and off. But yeah, no, I also don't like this, for the main reason that this material is the same material as this guy. It doesn't actually look that bad on camera, but yeah, these get fucking nasty if you're not careful with them. And for how much like this is, the material is just, it feels good, don't get me wrong, like this is the same stuff and it feels good, but you gotta treat it like so carefully, otherwise it'll just kind of get grimy and not that nice. Besides that, the other downfall of this is that, you know, obviously this lovely mesh headband, which is quite comfortable, I gotta say, isn't protected, like, at all. That's kind of a bummer. So I usually put these in another bag, which makes it more cumbersome again to use and kind of negates the whole thing of this being super easy. Yeah, which brings us right on to number 2. This just, it feels like nothing happens to them, but it just feels so wrong, man. Okay, so honestly, that's the main issues I have with these. That's it. Everything else, they're pretty freaking good. And spoiler alert, I don't actually think they were overpriced. Yeah, I said it. Come at me. No, man, these things, honestly, you look at them in a vacuum, yeah, they're expensive, sure. But I mean, fully aluminum, right? Like metal, solid metal, super nice, very nice. Like, you can see where the money went. Again, I don't love that this material is also the same as the stupid smart case. It's Apple silicon. It's technically a really nice silicon. Like, it won't attract dust or anything like that. So it stays kind of clean, but like, if you get it oily, you want to always keep this clean, because if you get this too greasy and oily, it starts to look nasty, which isn't ideal for something you put on your head all the time. Now, yeah, so I usually wipe them down, and I'm kind of a freak with this stuff, but yeah, I don't know what else they could have made it off, but like, I don't love this material. Anyway, let's get right into the whole pricing thing, right? Okay, so these launched at $550 US in 2020. Now my old headphones, these guys, launched in 2019 for $400. Just in materials and build quality, I would say there's actually a $150 difference here. Straight up, man. You're paying for what these are. And they're super well built, really nice headphones. These, not so much. They look kind of cool, and it's not cheap plastic or anything, but like, you know, there's already clearly quite a bit more value here. And then if you compare these are Bose, man, Bose NC700, which are also kind of known for sounding pretty decent, right? Like, these are not bad headphones. However, these guys, I'm not gonna lie, they straight up suck compared to these. Now, I'm not saying that the Bose are bad headphones, don't get me wrong. These still sound pretty good, and you know, they're not bad, they're fine. They're built okay. They're like pretty comfortable, except for like, I can't wear these for too long because then like they have these sensors in here and they kind of start pressing. Anyway, these guys, they're not bad, except for, you see here as well, those ear cups, man, they're starting to tear. And well, you can't just replace them, you gotta like rip them off and kind of try and fiddle new ones on there, which it's possible, yeah, you know, but they're not meant to be replaced. get these guys magnetic, right? Like so easy. So yeah, I think that just, you know, if you think $400, 550, just holding them and looking at them, they're already kind of worth it, honestly. Like if these are worth it and no one complained about these guys or like other Bluetooth headphones being 350, $400, then like, yeah, these are actually worth it. But yeah, and I was genuinely shocked about this. I did a side-by-side comparison, putting these on, putting these on, putting these on, putting these on. And actually, the first time I switched them, holy crap. Like I said, these, they don't sound bad at all. But compared to these, they just sound so muddy, actually. Like, too much bass and really muddy bass, like it's not clean. While these have a bit less bass, I think, and generally just sound a bit cleaner, a bit clearer in the bass as well. Like it's more sub-bass than there's... I am by no means an audiophile, but I do enjoy listening to music quite a bit, and I listen like very closely sometimes when I have headphones on. So no, not an audiophile at all. I like to listen to vinyl sometimes and all that, but like not for the sound quality, because I just think it's fun having the physical thing and like the spinning disc, and like I just think it's cool, right? That's why I listen to vinyl. It's basically like what I said about these guys. That's also what kind of vinyl is, but in a more extreme form for me. I listen to a full album instead of just randomly skipping the latest song, whatever, doesn't matter for this. These sound significantly better than these guys. Now, granted, I have never tried something like Sony XM5s or whatever, but like, man, it's Bose. I thought these were supposed to be good, right? And then here come these guys and just fucking destroy them. This is from the same company that makes Beats. Yes, these are expensive, but honestly, if we're cool with these guys being as expensive as they are, and like, yes, they're cheaper now, and like a year older than these, but if we're cool with these and like XM4s, XM5s being the price they are, I think these are quite justified. In terms of comfort, I have different issues with these, right? These guys, pretty small ear holes, and like they have these sensors here which tend to press against my ear, so I can't actually wear these for too long. But then you have these guys, which, you know, they're heavy. To me personally, that's not a big deal. The weight wasn't really an issue ever. You know, you need a strong neck, and these are fine, honestly. Like weight-wise, it's not an issue. I found that clamping pressure-wise, they can be an issue in a very weirdly specific use case. So I fly a lot, so I wear these on planes, and I don't take them off when I eat. So when I'm eating on an airplane, well, first of all, there's an issue with noise canceling, you know, so maybe you shouldn't wear them while eating anyway, because I told you, it's a weird and niche issue, okay? Eating with these on isn't fun. And I found that when I'm eating with these, the clamping pressure is actually a bit too much, and it kind of fatigues my jaw somehow. So after that, they will feel too tight, so I just gotta take them off while eating. But then I've worn these for 8 hours a day, and it's fine for me. So I don't know, maybe I'm just lucky with the comfort thing, but like I don't find them, like many people said, to be very uncomfortable after 2 hours and I have to take them off. Not an issue for me. But then, man, coming back to why these are worth it. This is straight up the best noise cancellation on any headphone I've used. Funny enough, the AirPods Pro 2 are the only ones getting close. These guys, both noise cancellation wise, and I mean, transparency mode on these is useless. You don't want to use that ever. And on these, fuck, it is so good. I seem very enthusiastic about these, but I genuinely don't understand the hate these guys. They're expensive, like I said, yes, but like honestly, they're so much better in almost any category that yeah, they're expensive, but like justified in my opinion. I wish they had adaptive noise cancellation like the AirPods Pro 2, because that is my favorite mode on those. And well, on these, I just switch between noise cancelling and transparency quite a bit, kind of make up for that. But yeah, the noise cancellation on these is still better than on AirPods Pro 2, especially on like a plane. Because I mean, makes sense, right? They can just sit over your ears, and the normal AirPods Pros don't have a chance. But yeah, even just comparing these to, again, these guys, honestly, I was mind blown. Sound quality wise, noise cancellation wise, transparency wise, these are so much better. It's not even close. So I do not regret buying these at all. But the question is, should you buy them? And right now I would say no. No, you shouldn't. They're great, but they also haven't dropped significantly in price since they came out. They're still quite expensive. WWDC is right around the corner, which means I honestly kind of don't think so, but we might see the next gen. So I would at least wait for that. And then, you know, there might be the second gen coming out at the Apple event. Honestly, at this point, I am not sure we'll ever see a second gen of these. I'm not sure. And even if they do, they will probably add adaptive noise cancellation and USB-C instead of Lightning, which is gonna be good. In that case, picking up a used pair of these might be the move, guys. It might be the move, you know, I'm just saying. If they get cheaper all of a sudden and like, you know, cause these Lightning, yes. Okay, so you need to buy the stupid $35 cable, which is like super thin and like feels, well, 35 bucks for a cable, you kind of expect something better. I'm not gonna lie to you. But it's, you know, it's a cable. It does what it's supposed to do. It's a shame these don't work with any other cable. I don't love it. I would have like rather have a braided cable or something, but it's fine. And how often do you really use the cable anyway to plug them into your iPod and for video editing to your computer? Because, well, Bluetooth lag, mate. Yeah, even if you listen to these with the cable, because, well, guess what? This is also digital and not just an analog signal. Even then they won't support lossless, which is a shame, honestly. Now, again, I don't sit down and do insanely critical listening because I'm not really an audiophile. So, you know, it doesn't matter ultimately. And for on-the-go audio, Bluetooth headphones, for what these are, they're freaking great. And I actually don't think they're overpriced. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next week. And we'll see when I get sick of doing these ZangPod ripoffs, because they're kind of fun, mate. They're kind of fun.